A quality field of cars and drivers taking to the high banks for 20 solid laps of high action packed racing. Tenbrick, your early leader, as they're 3 wide down in the second turn. Coming around to complete one completed lap. The 22 of Paul Tenbrink, followed by Reynolds in the 410. And in hot pursuit is David Grega in the 97. 3 wide again out of the second turn, down the back straightaway. 3 wide again in turn 3. Keep an eye on the 5R as he's moving up through the pack, as well as Eric Wilson in the 10. Grega right on the back bumper of the 410 of Reynolds, trying to find an opening, anything that he can make a shot at to go down into second place. Maybe he has it now coming out of 4. No. Reynolds slams the door shut. In a high-speed single-file parade around the high banks at Butler Motor Speedway, the thundering Street Stock A finale. Jim Billett getting into the fray now as the 97 car slips into second out of the second turn, putting the Reynolds car back 1 position in third. It's Tenbrink, the 97 of Grega, followed by the 410 of Reynolds, then the 25 of Billett, and the 15 of Buddy Head, your top 5 as they complete another lap in this 20-lap grand finale. Tenbrink has got that car on a string around the high banks, and now a challenge for 5th that goes awry with a spinning number 15 of Buddy Head, bringing out the yellow flag. Buddy Head making a daring move down low, but the car broke away from him. Oh, number 10, Eric Wilson. He's got a lot left in that Chevrolet, as well as the Rainbow Warrior, Mike Corder, in the 799 as we're back under green flag. And it's going to get interesting going down through turn 1 and 2. Tenbrink trying to fight off the challenge of Grega. Gets the job done. Slams down the back straightaway. Cocks it sideways into 3 and 4. The 97 tries low again. Great slide job by Tenbrink to hold on to the number 1 slot. Reynolds trying everything he can to keep his Chevrolet in line. Back in the pack, great racing action as well. Here comes the 97 now down to the backstretch making a challenge, but Tenbrink fights him off once again. A little love tap by the 410 of Mark Reynolds. The yellow flag comes out. With Grega taking a shot down on the inside as they come down to the green flag, Tenbrink guns it down the straightaway. Maintains the lead going down into 1 and 2. Sliding through the second turn, barreling out of that. Down the back straightaway now. He's starting to open up a pretty good sizable lead as the 97 of Grega starts to falter somewhat. Meanwhile, Reynolds is still in hot pursuit in the 410. Back in the pack, more racing action. You can see it for yourself as the drivers dice back and forth. Now the 5R down to the inside of the 06. And a spin by Eric Wilson. He gets it back under control. Everybody is safe and still under green flag racing. Out front, 10 brake by a 3.5 car length lead. The 97 of Grega in the yellow comes out again. A couple of race cars off of the banking on the back straightaway in turn 2. Beebe's green flag, we're back underway in racing. Grega right on the back bumper this time of Tenbrick, tries it down low, hits the throttle, almost up to the rear quarter panel, but Tenbrick outguns him down into 3. Grega and Tenbrick still battling for the checkered flag here, with Reynolds solidly in 3rd and the 25 of Billet in 4th. Reynolds looks to be making his move now as he starts to gather in the leaders. Eric Wilson side by side in the 3rd turn. Grega looking down low again. Tenbrick takes the high side. Still has enough horsepower to get him back down the straightaway. Loses some speed in the corners, but then outguns him down the straightaway again. And we've got some off on the top side of the racetrack. Dealer's choice for 2001. It comes down to a 4-lap dash. Here we go. Back underway. Tenbrick and Grega 1 and 2. Tenbrick takes it high into the 1st and 2nd turn. Guns it down the back straightaway. Here comes Grega valiantly trying everything he can in his power. He wheezes up on the inside again. But Tenbrick not to be denied. Outguns him one more time. Grega trying low again. That's where his car seems to handle best, but loses corner speed to the overpowering motor of that 22 car. Time is a-wasting. Here comes the 97 again. This is the best shot that he's got. He's door handle to door handle, down the back straightaway, into 3. Tenbrick's fighting him off. And the 97 breaks loose just a little bit. Okay, it's a 2-lap shootout. Here comes Tenbrick and Grega again. It's a battle 2 laps around this high bank. 3 miles, 3/8 miles. Up to 33-degree banking out of 1 and 2. Grega tries again to Tenbrick, out up and down the back straightaway. Down 2, 3, and 4. Tenbrick coming down to the right side. Only 3/8 of a mile to victory in glory during the 23rd Dealer's Choice here at Butler Motor Speedway. Does Grega have anything left? Tenbrick gets loose. Grega lets him gather it back in. Great sportsmanship on his part. But here comes Grega at the start. Finish line, and it will be the 22 of Paul Tenbrick, finishing 1st, and a valiant effort by the 97 of David Grega in 2nd. Masterpiece of driving, because that man had his hands full with everything that David Grega could do. There he is on top of the car. A big round of applause for Paul Tenbrick.
Now it's in the hands of Michael Tarleton and Doug Vanderwood to lead this field around. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Michigan or Indiana to win this one? We're going to find out in about 20 laps. It's in the hands of Michael Tarleton and Doug Vanderwood. Chief starter Tim Beebe has the green flag in hand, and we are back at it. The Dealer's Choice. Michael Tarleton out in front of the number 17. Doug Vanderwood riding second. The 9:11:01 Roger Gooden running third. The 72 is 2001 Michigan Modified Association state champion on the dirt, Dan Borgman, working his way on the outside. Here comes Todd Sherman right behind him in the 65. Michael Tarleton continues to lead. Doug Vanderwood riding second to 33. Michael Tarleton continues to lead the number 17. Good battle for second team. Doug Vanderwood at 33. And the 91101 of Roger Gooden. Bob Patrick running fourth. The number 6 of Ed Gardner running fifth. Good battle for sixth. Between the 72, Dan Borgman, and 65, and Todd Sherman. Michael Tarleton setting sail with the number 17. This time around, we'll be halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. Your leaders, Michael Tarleton in the 17 machine. Riding second to 33, Doug Vanderwood. Third, the 91101 of Roger Gooden. Fourth, the 25, Bob Patrick. And fifth, the number 6 of Ed Gardner. He's got some heavy hitters behind him, though. The 72 of Dan Borgman. The 65 of Todd Sherman. And now the 67 of Marty Souls joining the battle. Now Sherman goes the outside of Borgman for sixth spot. Todd Sherman trying the real high side. Unfortunately, gets over the beam in turn one. Caution, flag will fly. Beebe has a green flag in hand, and we are back at it, the dealer's choice. Doug Vanderwood trying to sneak on the inside of 33, nothing doing. Michael Tarleton shuts the door. Now Roger Gooden looking to the outside, the 91101 machine. Dan Borgman now looking to the high side of 72. Ed Gardner shuts the door in the 6. Jim Sheaver off the pace in the patriotic number 6. This time around will be 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for the number 17 of Michael Tarleton. Dan Borgman, the number 72, having all kinds of trouble. The number 6 of Ed Gardner. Meantime, Tarleton stretching out his advantage with the number 17. Caution on the speedway. I do believe that is Jim Schieber over there in turn 2. We'll see what they can do. They go into turns 3 and 4. Chief starter Tim Beebe has a green flag in hand. We're back at it, the dealer's choice. Now Doug Vanderwood takes a peek on the inside of the number 17 of Tarleton, but Tarleton too strong on the outside. Three to go now from Michael Tarleton, the number 17. Now Roger Gooden looking on the outside of Vanderwood for the second spot. Gives second spot to Roger Gooden in the 9:11:01 machine. 18 down, 2 to go. The next time by Michael Tarleton. We'll see the white flag. Roger Gooden off the pace in the machine. Vanderwood back to second. White flag is out. 1 lap to go from Michael Tarleton in the 17. Into turn 3, well, yellow flag is out. Jim Schieber looping it over in turn 4. Michael Tarleton leads him out of turn 4. Chase starter Tim Beebe, green and white in hand. We're back at it, the dealer's choice. Tarleton's got 3/8 of a mile to go. Tarleton with a good run off of turn 2. Doug Vanderwood, Bob Patrick, last ditch effort, nothing doing. Out of turn 4, checkered flag in hand. It's going to be Michael Tarleton, your winner. Doug Vanderwood second, Bob Patrick third, Dan Borgman up the 4th. Ed Gardner running 5th.
Taking him out of the car, Mike Tarleton. They were his brothers Mark down there, car owner Milt Tarleton, the whole family and crew. And this car was literally junk on practice day.
Ken Mackey getting that 25M car back after that inversion he suffered going down off the first turn earlier today. That's what you call a thrash. Watch him out of the 4th turn. Tim letting him go. Scott Bailey, 67, grabbing the lead. Chuck Wilson, 31 in the number 2 spot. Bob Jones, 55 in 3rd. '91, Bob Tomes in the number 4 spot. Doug Zimmerman in the 95 car in the number 6 place. Make that 5. Scott Bailey trying to put some real estate between himself and the 31 car of Chuck Wilson. Your winner into the your leader into the number 1 turn. Only calling the winner 20 laps early. Let's see if I'm psychic. Chuck Wilson closing the gap between himself and the 67 car, Scott Bailey. Bob Tomes doing a slide job around the 4th turn with the 91 car. Bob Tomes up high. Bob Zimmerman, 19, almost getting Doug Zimmerman. Out of of the fourth turn for the restart. Scott Bailey, your leader. Chuck Wilson, 31 in the number 2 spot. '55, Bob Jones looking the wrong way on the inside of the number 2 turn. Green flag comes back out. This event is underway. Scott Bailey leading him around. Chuck Wilson, 31 in second. Doug Zimmerman, 19 in third. Sean Robinson, 0W, making a move on the outside. Ronnie Beal in the 3R car, falling to the number 5 spot behind Sean Robinson. Doug Zimmerman on a charge. He's reeling in. Chuck Wilson's 31 car. Yellow flag coming out. Tim letting him go one more time. Sean Robinson, 0 on the outside of Doug Zimmerman. Zimmerman outpowering him down the back chute. Chuck Wilson, 31, still holding on to the number 2 spot. In the lead spot, 67, Scott Bailey. Steve Zabonik in the 40Z car coming up behind Norm Carpenter in the 49C car, trying to take over that number 6 spot. Charlie Baker in the 75 car coming up behind the 26 car of John Fast. Ten laps in, 15 to go, 14 to go now. I believe that's Corey Bevard off the first turn. After this event, only 4 events left in the 23rd annual Dealer's Choice. Chuck Wilson trying to get close enough to Scott Bailey. As the halfway sign comes out, Wilson on the outside. Trying to hold off the determined charge of Doug Zimmerman. Zimmerman's got his own problems with Sean Robinson in the 0W. Wilson getting around Scott Bailey. Chuck Wilson, your leader out of the 4th turn. $15 in, 10 to go. Ken Mackey on a late race charge out of the 4th turn. Red car with a bright red grape brake rotor. Momentary contact, Mackey 25, Fast 26 as Mackey makes the pass. 18 of 25 in the record books. Mackey, 25M, coming to the front. He's stalking. C49, Norman. Ken Mackey puts a slide job on Norm Carpenter's C49. Bob Tomes out of the fourth turn high. Bob Tomes, I think he's into the water barrels down there. I'm not sure. He was very high exiting that number 4 turn. Got your late model sportsman version and your wing sprint version. I'll be interested to know. Oh, contact. Scott Bailey's 67. And Doug Zimmerman's 19 up on the berm and the water barrel. Ahead of Scott Bailey, who's ahead of Sean Robinson. .22 in the record books, 3 to go. Sean Robinson off the back chute at throttle. He comes right back up. Here for Dealer's Choice 23. Contact, Gary Fast, 26, Norm Carpenter, C49. Gary Fast getting the fuzzy end of the lollipop. I think he broke the steering on that 26 car. Just a little bit of contact between Gary Fast, 26 car, and Norm Carpenter's C49 car. Out of the fourth turn for the restart. 23 in, 2 to go. .24 in, 1 to go. Chuck Wilson, 31, your leader. Scott Bailey, 67 in the number 2 spot. Ronnie Beals, 3B, looping on the outside of the entrance to the second turn. Green and white simultaneously. At the same time, too. Out of the fourth turn for the checker. At the stripe, Chuck Wilson, 31. Ken Mackey, 25M. Scott Bailey in the 67 car. Norm Carpenter, C49. Downtown Davy Brown. Dealer's Choice victory clock and commemorative Dealer's Choice checkered flag. The pride of Toledo, let's hear it for him, Chuck Wilson.
Acknowledged his error and allowing the 98 to go into the transfer spot. So Dan Malusi in this race as well. 20 laps of Pro Stock racing action. They're down and away through 1 and 2, and it's a 68 of Buddy Head on the point. That car has been dominant all week long. Getting bunched up in the back of the field through 3 and 4. They get it all sorted out. Rendell spinning up in turn 2. They split him. And there's cars hitting the brakes, and we're going to get you the official restart lineup here in just a minute. Gunning it out of turn 4, and we're back underway to the green flag of Tim Beebe. Todd Hallstein in the Y4. Taking aim at the 68. Look out for that 94. He's got a lot packing under that hood. Chris Smith. Smith looking to the inside, takes it down low. Witherspoon in the 04, hanging on to 4th. The X3 falling back as the front 4 take out and check out on the rest of the field as they come out of turn 4 to complete another lap. Great racing action back in the pack as the cars and drivers try to weave their way around the high banks of Butler Motor Speedway. Throttle down, cranking it hard, bumper to bumper and door handle to door handle. It's still Buddy Head in the 68 by a 2-car length lead over the Y4. And the X3 spinning in turn 4 will bring out the yellow once again. Wild restart as the 94 got crossed up at the start-finish line. Now gets passed by Witherspoon. Witherspoon on the outside again, making a great charge out of turn 4. Witherspoon in the Y4 neck and neck, and he takes him on the outside once again. A fabulous move by Witherspoon as he sets his sights on the 68 of Buddy Head. The 711 truck headed down into the infield with mechanical failure. Witherspoon loves the outside of the 31-degree banking here, but now goes down to the inside and gets hooked together with the 68 into the wall. Todd Holstein bringing them around, back underway. Great side-by-side restart here. Whoa, and they're really battling the top 3. It's Holstein, followed by the 23 of Brad Wade. Brad Wade taking it down low, seeing if he can find a little bit better traction down there. Wade again taking a peek on the inside. Holstein holds off the challenge. Wade Witherspoon trying to work his way back up through the front in the pack as the 90 car spins off down into the infield out of harm's way. Now and the yellow flag comes out for Wade Witherspoon. The 04 going off of turn 2. Back underway with the 23, Brad Wade. leading the pack of the Pro Stocks. Coming around to halfway, 10 laps in and 10 laps to go in this 20-lap A main. The Y4 of Ted Holstein still in second, being chased by the 94 of Chris Smith. Good racing action back in the pack as well. A great move to save the car, Holstein, but he loses one position to Smith in the 94. Now Smith sets his sights on the 23 of Brad Wade. It's Smith and Wade, the front two, checking out on the rest of the field. Holstein now gets passed by the 11 of Scott Reynolds, as well as the 1 of Durbeck. So your top four is the 23 of Brad Wade, Smith in the 94, Reynolds in the 11, and Durbeck in the 1. Durbeck drawing his sights on that 11 car. Brad Wade stretching out his lead to over 5 car lengths. Lap traffic is going to come into play now for the 23 of Brad Wade. Wade gets crossed up, and there goes Smith on the outside, 3 wide. What's going to happen side by side coming out of turn 4? The lap car, and it's a 94, and they get tangled together. What an unbelievable chain of events with the lap car down the straightaway, with Chris Smith ending up down by the wall. We're having a lot of fun with Red Cross volunteer Judy Cook. She's getting a bird's eye view of what's going on here. We're about done with this race, and it's going to be a battle between the 11 of Scott Reynolds and the D1 of Joe Durbeck. Reynolds and Durbeck coming down to the white flag. Durbeck looks to the inside, passes Reynolds, and something goes awry with Reynolds' car. Mechanical failure on the 11. Durbeck, and now Reynolds gathers it back up. Something went wrong with that engine or whatever, we don't know. Coming down to the checkered flag, it will be the 1 of Joe Durbeck, picking up the victory in one of the most unusual finishes in dealer choice history. Ford Mustang, he's out of the car. Put your hands together. I don't believe he still believes it.
Now it's in the hands of Steve Fowler and Link Stevens now on the front row. They head into turns 3 and 4. Chief starter Tim Beebe has the green flag in hand, and we are back at it at the dealer's choice. Steve Fowler out in front, riding second, the 21, Todd Piper. Oh, trouble in the turn 4, he saves it. Beautiful job of driving by Todd Piper in the 21. But Steve Fowler out to a big advantage. Number 7, Link Stevens running second in the 80. Charging up the third already, the number 13, Willard Van Hainsma. Link Stevens got the fishing pole out, trying to reel in the number 17 of Steve Fowler. Trouble in turn 4, the number 6 of Jim Sheaver loops it around. Tim Beebe has the green flag in hand, and we're back in at the dealer's choice. Willard Van Haesma goes on the inside of Link Stevens for the second spot. Late model gets the modified. Modified prevailing out of 4. Steve Fowler, your leader in the 17. Willard Van Haesma riding second to 13. A couple of Merit Speedway guys, 1 and 2, with Fowler out in front. Here comes Willard Van Haesma on the inside. Van Haesma on the inside, Fowler on the high side. Link Stevens looking to stick his nose in there as well. He does the inside. Van Haesma looking on the inside one more time. They go on to turn 3 and 4. Steve Fowler continues to lead in the 17. Caution flag on the speedway. Well, we got somebody over the berm in turn 3 and 4. And Todd Pfeiffer's night appears to be over in the number 21. He sits over in turn 3. Spot. But out of turn 4, green flag is out. We're back in at the dealer's choice. Link Stevens looking for a way around the 13 of Willard Van Haesma. Now Van Haesma goes on the inside. Steve Fowler shuts the door in the 17. This time around, we're halfway home. 10 down, 10 to go. Your leader continues to be Steve Fowler in the number 17. Link Stevens trying to find a way around, but now he's got to contend with the 25 above Patrick. Trouble on the front stretch. The 80 of Lane Sowers loops it around. Looks like he's out of harm's way. Van Haesma tries the outside, nothing doing. Van Haesma on the inside one more time. Give the lead to Willard Van Haesma, the number 13. Steve Fowler now shuffled back to second, the 17. Bob Patrick now running third, the 25. Link Stevens running fourth, Scott Gaff up to fifth in the 11. This time around, we 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for Willard Van Haesma, the number 13. Caution flag on the speedway. The 21, Jeff Bonk looping it over in turn 4. Look out. This race, or maybe sooner. Who knows? On turn 4, we're back in at the dealer's choice. Patrick taking a peek on the inside of Steve Fowler for the second spot. Brad Urbach got around the 11 of Scott Gaff. Bob Patrick now second spot, the number 25. He's going to try to reel in the number 13 of Willard Van Heesma. Brad Urbach calls in a night in the number 6. Link Stevens now up to third, the number 80. Steve Fowler shuffled back to fourth in the 17. Oh, the 01 Jason Hollabaugh with problems. Incidentally, him and the number 80 of Lane Sauer. Lane Sauer's got together over there and won. Something breaking on the 01 of Jason Hollabaugh. Chief starter Tim Beebe has the green flag in hand, and we're back at the dealer's choice. Scott Gaff moves on the inside of Steve Fowler now for the fourth spot. Mark Piper looking for a way around as well in the 66. Gaff not satisfied with fourth. He wants third. Goes underneath the 80 of Link Stevens. He's got third. And they're side by side. A couple super late models going head to head. But the white flag is out. 1 lap to go for Willard Van Heesma. Bob Patrick contending second spot. Scott Gaff contending third. But on turn 4, checkered flag in hand. It's going to be Willard Van Heesma, your winner. Scott Gaff got second. Bob Patrick third. Link Stevens fourth. Steve Fowler fifth. He's out of the car. Let him know you appreciate it. Willard Van Heesma, your 2001 Dealer's Choice Champion, the Open Modifieds. Upcoming next will be the Wing Sprints 25 lapper.
The high banks of Butler Motor Speedway.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to kind of team play this one. We got our vocal cords about down to the cord. Too much karaoke. Watch him out of that number 4 turn for the green flag. This event is underway. Corey Beebe in the 8 car. Getting up into the lead around the 56 car. Randy Stuckey. Chuck Wilson, 31, up into the number 2 slot. Jeff Rankin, 4F in the 4 slot.
Coming around to complete 1 lap of competition is these 700 horsepower wing monsters flying around the 3/8 mile here at Butler Motor Speedway. Now finishing 2 laps in a fast train all the way around. It's still Beavard on the point, coming up high on the backstretch, coming down, diving down into 3 and 4. Now being challenged by the second place man in the 31. That's Chuck Wilson, who won the non-wing sprint feature here earlier tonight, and also the winningest driver in dealer choice history. Can Wilson do it again? Can he overcome the number 1? We'll see.
Absolutely. We'll just watch and see what happens. Corey Beebe continuing to lead him around. Ronnie Beal in the 3B car moving up through traffic. A lot of good race cars in this event. 4 laps down, 21 laps to go. Corey Beebe still showing him the short way around. Jeff Rankin, 4F. He's been upside down with that car. Still got it out there, picking him up and laying it down. John Fast in the 26 car just breaking into the top 5.
Unbelievable racing actions as these drivers are putting on an absolute clinic of high-speed wing sprint car racing action.
Chuck Wilson getting that 31 car up into the lead around Corey Beebe. That rascal's going to try to do it. Coming up on the halfway mark. Yellow flag coming out. Charlie Baker in the 75 car off the number 4 turn. Troll, these are high horsepower brutes. You do not finesse these machines. You fling them around.
Chuck Wilson on his way to a date in destiny here at the Butler Motor Speedway during the 23rd annual Dealer's Choice.
Bob Tomes getting high into the number 2 turn, keeping it pointed in the right direction.
Halfway of this 25-lap A-Main feature, the grand finale of the Outlaw Wing Sprints here in the Dealer's Choice.
Randy Stuckey in the 50 car running along in the number 3. Gary Fast 26 and Ronnie Beal in the 3V rounding out the top 5. Doug Zimmerman, 19, pulls up and under Norm Carpenter's C49.
Wilson now encountering some lap traffic. Beebe still hot on his back rear Nerf bar.
Chuck Wilson up behind the 75 of Charlie Baker. Randy Stuckey looping the 56 car. Man, I thought they were going to do it very nearly flag to flag. Chuck Wilson rolling and controlling the start. We got a launch. 20 in, 5 to go. Chuck Wilson in the 31 car. Corey Beebe in the 8 car. Gary Fast in the 26 car. Ronnie Beal in the 3B car. Ken Mackey 25M. Bob Tomes 91. Rounding out your top 6 cars.
Can Chuck Wilson meet that date with destiny and become a 2-time winner here during the 23rd annual Dealer's Choice? There's only a couple more laps to go to see if he can pull it off.
Chuck Wilson at this point listening to every nut, bolt, and counter pin in that racer. And they're talking to him. They're saying, I don't know if I can make it. White flag, 1 lap to go.
Here comes Beebe. He's not about to give up. Sliding through 1 and 2, making a challenge down the back straightaway. But Wilson now only 1 turn away. Can he do it? Will he do it? Yes, Chuck Wilson, your winner of the Outlaw Wing Sprint A-Main feature.
Continuing in his habit, his reputation, his destiny of being the winningest driver in Dealer's Choice history. Hey, give him a big round of applause, Chuck Wilson. Just for a moment here, while things are real quiet before I turn the microphone back over to Hollywood Matt Preer, Joe and Sandy Dorr would like to thank all of the
Chief Star Tim Beebe, green flag at hand. We're back in it. The dealer's choice. Tim Wilbur out in front of the zero, running second to 73 at Tim Bernard. On the outside, here comes the 80 of Link Stevens. Link Stevens moving to the high side of Tim Bernard for that second spot. Lyson and Dyson on a turn 4. Oh, we got big trouble over in turn 2. Tim Bernard over the berm in turn 2. Caution flag out. Two laps down. Chief Stunner Tim Beebe has a green flag in hand. Wilbur leads him on a 4. We're back in at the dealer's choice. Link Stevens going to the high side, the number 80. Give the lead to Link Stevens in the 80. Now Dennis Lynn Jr. looking for a way around the 0, Tim Wilbur. The 49, George Lindsay also looking for a way around. Keep your eye on that white number 87, Rich Neither, as well as the 2001 track champion, Terry Srofe in the 12. Tim Wilbur hanging on to second, the number 0, while Link Stevens continues to lead the 80. Now Rich Neither looks on the inside of Bob Doley for the 5th spot. Dennis Lynn Jr. works to the inside of 0, Tim Wilbur. Rich Neither not satisfied, he's going to 4th. Their fast qualifier for the weekend, Rich Neither has got 4th, now he's looking for 3rd. Give 3rd spot to Rich Neither in the 87. Tim Wilbur shovel back in the 4th. George Lindsay running 5th in the 49. Terry Srofe now running 6th. Rich Neither now looking for a way around the number 09, Dennis Lynn Jr. Meantime, Link Stevens continues to lead the number 80. Neither looks to the inside. Neither on the inside, Lynn on the high side. Side by side, down the front stretch. Gives 2nd spot to Rich Neither in the 87. Now he's got the fishing pole out. He's trying to reel in the 80 of Link Stevens. Neither already on the back bumper of the 80 of Link Stevens. This time around, we're halfway home. 13 down, 12 to go. Link Stevens continues to lead the 80. Rich Neither running 2nd. Dennis Lynn Jr. 3rd. Tim Wilbur up the 4th. Terry Srofe now 5th. Link Stevens trapped behind a lap car. Neither looks on the inside. The 87. Give the lead to Rich Neither in the 87. Your new leader. Link Stevens now shovel back to 2nd. Dennis Lynn Jr. third. Here comes Terry Strofe on the inside of 12. Caution, flag out. Oh, right on the front stretch. The 73 of Tim Bernard. And the number 2 of Fred Weno hit hard on the front stretch. The window net's down. He's moving around in there. Race fans, I need you to move back away from the fence, please. Neeser leads them on a turn 4. Chief starter Tim Beebe has a green flag in hand. We're back at the dealer's choice. Rich Neeser immediately pulling away to a comfortable advantage. Terry Strofe looks on the inside of Tim Wilbur for the 4th spot. Terry Strofe now looks on the inside of Tim Wilbur for the 4th spot. Give 4th spot to your 2001 track champion. It's still Rich Neeser, your leader in the 87. Link Stevens second, battle for third. In the 09, Dennis Lynn Jr. in the 12, Terry Strofe. Tim Wilbur running 5th in a 0. This time around, we 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go for Rich Neeser in the 87. For Rich Neeser, and he works his way through some lap traffic with 3 to go this time by. Neeser trying to be as careful as he can be in that number 87. Trying to work through the lap traffic, going by the number 7 of Jackie Taylor. The next time around, Rich Neeser will see the white flag from Chief Starter Tim Beebe. White flag is out. 1 lap to go for Rich Neeser in the 87. Link Stevens running second. Neeser trying to be very careful through the lap traffic. But going into turn 3 out of turn 4, checkered flag in hand. It's going to be Rich Neeser, your winner. Link Stevens second. Dennis Lynn Jr. third. Spinning Terry Strofe running 4th. Tim Wilbur running 5th. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone stand up and give these guys a big round of applause. These super late models putting on one whale of a show for you. One of his fellow competitors over at the Winston Speedway, Dennis Lynn Jr. stopping over to congratulate him. He's on the car. Big hand if you will for your 2001 Dealer's Choice Super Late Model Champion, Rich Neeser. As mentioned earlier, Billy C and Papa Bear, it's a pleasure to work with you this weekend at the Dealer's Choice. I personally want to thank Martine's